today we're going to be mapping out the rhythm for a popular melody. This is a follow-up video from our last video, and today we're going to be mapping out the rhythm for a popular melody. So I wanted to leave the actual melody as a surprise until the end, but here is the rhythm for the melody right here. Let's go ahead and look at this. So first of all, we've got a pickup measure right here, which really is just 3/4. So that's nothing too complicated. Then we have our last measure right there that just has that single beat in it. And so what we're going to do is we're going to cut those two out, and we're going to look at the more complicated stuff. All right, so here is this first full measure. And if you look at this first full measure and the other two measures, really those other two measures are the same rhythm. And so we're just going to focus on the rhythm for the first measure, since the other two will be the same rhythm. All right, now let's take this and let's blow it up. So here it is, and we've got our first beat right there. And because that's the first beat of this measure, that's going to be beat 1. And the next would be E of 1, since we have a 16th and then a 16th rest. Then we'd have the and the is part of that 8th note. Then we've got beat 2 right there, and it's an 8th note long, so it would have the E, that 16th note, in the middle there. Then we have the and of 2 right there, and the of 2. Now we do have a tie, and so the next beat will be silent, and that would be on beat 3. And that creates what we call a syncopated rhythm, which is a slightly disjunct feeling to the rhythm, because we're emphasizing things that are not the main beat. The next one, since our first note was a 16th of beat 3, that would be the E of beat 3. And the and of beat 3, and again that's an 8th note, so we have and then 8th note and 8th note, so 4 E and and that is our measure right there. So let's go ahead and let's hear this rhythm in context. So if you weren't able to guess from from hearing the rhythm, I've got the notes of this melody up here, so you can take a second and play it and see if you can figure it out from that. If you'd like, you can go ahead and pause the video for a moment. All right, and if you still haven't guessed after playing, this is the Baby Shark melody. If you look at the rhythm on the page, it looks complicated, but actually it's got that little syncopation, and besides that, it's actually quite simple. It repeats itself, and yeah, so this is the Baby Shark melody. Now, oftentimes pop songs will have rhythms that are a little bit more complicated because of their syncopated nature. They give that kind of a funky and dance-like feel to the songs, and so often being able to map out where those rhythms are at can be really helpful to be able to figure out what the rhythm actually is and to be able to stay in time. That's all the time we've got for today's video, and we'll see you in our next one.